How many of you like free gifts? And how many of you love to give free gifts? Very less, right? Not to give free gifts, but in fact to give something when you get something. Well, we have a story today to talk about a lesson of humility. I'll be talking about an experience by Sudhamurti. I hope everyone knows who Sudhamurti is, wife of Nayamurti. Sudhamurti loved traveling, and she has been to a variety of different places. She enjoys going in that way. And it was a rainy day when she decided to go to a village in one of dense forest region in Karnataka, and that's called Sayadri Hills. So since it was a rainy day, she found no one is going in that direction, and it was pretty adventurous. Mostly people fear of leeches there in the jungle, and she finds it's very lonely to go there, but she wanted to make it. And while going, she enjoyed the mild smell of exotic trees and the shrubs and flowers and other natural things that we enjoy normally in rainy days. Her purpose was to visit to a tribal village and see what help she can offer to improve the schools there. And that was the reason she had been there. Her reaching to school itself was an adventure because she found 3 persons. Let me start one by one. The first person she met was a lady with 3 pots on head. Sudhamurti asked the way for the school. She just looked at her, never bothered to answer. She just went away. And Sudhamurti is thinking, okay, maybe possibly she didn't respond me because I'm a stranger to her, and I'm also one from town, and normally it happens that some people might not respond to people from town. It happens. And then she went keep moving. She went on and met one more person who was waving a can of basket on his hand, and he was also not showing any interest after hearing the question from Sudhamurti, but he just gestured a hand, giving a direction to school. And then Sudhamurti could able to reach the school, where it was a old building, and there was no electricity. 2 chairs are there, 2 tables, and a pot of water, and of course a blackboard. Right. And there was nobody in the staff room. She was wondering whom to talk with, and finally she could able to recognize somebody coming who is a watchman come peon in the school. He also had no interest to know what this lady is willing to offer, what kind of help she is going to do for this school. Instead, he was more interested on his personal things. So Sudhamurti could able to recognize that, and she went on discussing something personally on that person, right, the watchman. And he told why he is working for. He is working basically for no payments, no salary, and all he is looking for is to get free education for his child, for his grandchild. And then he doesn't know for how long he has been working there. He just forgot. And finally he told that, okay, this school is being run by state government, and there was 2 teachers, 50 students, and all these 50 students are from the surrounding areas. They are the first generation learners, and their parents desired education for them. And then he introduced Sudhamurti to a person who was the head of the village. It was a Thanda village, and his name was Thandappa. So he was looking at more than 90 years of old, and he was looking very disciplined and very very normal, that is where Sudhamurti just went and approached him. If he can explain what are the challenges they have today in the school, what problems they find in the school. He came up with 2 problems. One is commuting to the school during the rainy season, and the number 2 is getting the clothes, children's clothes dried up during the same season, right? Then Sudhamurti thanked everyone, and she decided to come back and help with some umbrellas and cloths, and she went to her place. The next time when she visited that place was on winter. The weather was pleasant, and Thandappa could able to recognize her, and he gave a welcome. He welcomed her, and then he was hesitatingly tried to receive that big packet with full of umbrellas and cloths for school students. Then, in meanwhile, Sudhamurti started interacting with the students, what is their need, and they came up with saying that we need some literature on some kind of knowledge and some books on computer. Then Sudhamurti was appreciating them for their demand, and she promised that I'll get those books for you. In worst case, I'll write myself for those books for you. And meanwhile, Thandappa comes with a fruit drink for Sudhamurti, and she, after getting that offer, she gets embarrassed, and she says no, it's because she never thought, she went to give something, but she never expected to get something from these poor people. And she told, no thanks, it's okay, I'm okay, I don't want to take the drinks. And then Thandappa told, then you have to take back your gifts. Because Thandappa was the person who followed, who was very much disciplined and followed all his customs and everything from his old generation, and he practiced in those things. And then Sudhamurti had no option but she saw that the juice is playing an important role here, and let me take it, and she took the juice. And but today, right, today's world, generally people take the gifts and they just they express their gratitude towards that, and sometimes they even complain about the gift. But here is a tribal, right, who has practiced a beautiful principle of philosophy in life. So Sudhamurti saw the human culture at its best on that day, and that was a memorable one, and that's where I just wanted to share that experience here. That's all. Thank you very much.